Angela Davis is the kind of person who makes you want to stand up straighter, read more books, and maybe even join a protest or two. A scholar, activist, philosopher, and icon of the civil rights movement, Davis has spent her life fighting for justice, equality, and freedom. In this article, we'll dive into who Angela Davis is, her accomplishments, her family and upbringing, and why she's still so important today, sprinkled with a little humor because even heroes deserve a laugh. Angela Yvonne Davis was born on January 26, 1944, in Birmingham, Alabama. She grew up in a neighborhood nicknamed Dynamite Hill because of the frequent bombings by white supremacists targeting black families. Talk about a tough start in life. Her parents, Sally Bell Davis and Frank Davis, were educators and activists who instilled a love of learning and justice in young Angela. Sally, her mother, was particularly influential, working as a teacher and being involved in the NAACP. Angela grew up surrounded by books, debates, and the constant awareness of racial inequality. Angela's thirst for knowledge took her far beyond Birmingham. At 15, she earned a scholarship to a progressive high school in New York City. It was here that she first encountered Marxism, socialism, and radical politics. Angela studied in Germany with the philosopher Herbert Marcuse, who became a mentor. Imagine getting philosophy lessons from one of the greats while strolling through European streets. Davis later became a professor, teaching at several universities, even while making headlines for her activism. Angela Davis is one of the most prominent figures in the fight for civil rights, equality, and justice, but her activism also put her behind bars. In the late 1960s, Angela Davis was already a well-known activist, philosopher, and professor. She was also a member of the Communist Party USA and a supporter of the Black Panther Party. These affiliations made her a target for surveillance by the FBI and other authorities, particularly during a time of heightened racial and political tensions in the U.S. The specific event that led to her arrest began with the case of the Soledad Brothers, 3 black inmates accused of killing a prison guard at California's Soledad prison. In 1970, George Jackson, one of the Soledad brothers, attempted to escape from the Marin County Courthouse during a trial. He was armed, and the incident resulted in a deadly shootout that left several people dead, including the judge. Here's where things got complicated. The guns used in the incident were purchased legally in Angela Davis's name. Although Davis wasn't present during the shootout, she was charged with conspiracy, kidnapping, and murder for allegedly supplying the weapons. She was placed on the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives list, making her only the 3rd woman in history to appear on it. For 2 months, Davis was on the run, moving between friends' homes and safe houses. Despite the danger, she remained committed to her cause. When she was finally arrested in October 1970 in New York City, it became one of the most publicized arrests of the era. Angela Davis spent over a year in prison while awaiting trial. During this time, she faced immense pressure, isolation, and uncertainty about her future. But instead of breaking her spirit, prison only strengthened her resolve. After months of testimony and deliberation, Davis was acquitted of all charges. The jury found her not guilty, concluding that she had no direct involvement in the courthouse incident. Angela Davis is more than just a symbol. She's a thinker who writes like she's on fire. Some of her key works include Women, Race, and Class, 1981, a groundbreaking book that examines the intersections of gender, race, and class in social struggles. Think Feminism meets Civil Rights meets Marxism. Are Prisons Obsolete? 2003, Davis argues for the abolition of the prison industrial complex, sparking the modern prison abolition movement. Freedom is a constant struggle, 2016, a collection of essays and speeches linking struggles for freedom around the world. Blues Legacies and Black Feminism, 1999. An analysis of the lives and music of Billie Holiday, Bessie Smith, and other Black women artists. Angela's writing isn't just smart, it's urgent, passionate, and inspiring. Davis is calm under pressure and fearless in the face of adversity. She's a critical thinker who can dissect complex ideas, whether it's capitalism, racism, or patriarchy, and make you feel like you've just had an epiphany. Despite her serious activism, Davis is known to have a warm, approachable demeanor. She's the kind of person who can drop a philosophical truth bomb and then laugh at your stunned expression. Davis has always been private about her personal life. She's openly a member of the LGBTQ+ community. And while she has had relationships, she hasn't had children. Instead, she's dedicated her life to nurturing ideas, movements, and change. From the civil rights movement to modern prison abolition, Davis has consistently advocated for marginalized communities. Her activism isn't limited to the U.S. She's worked with movements in South Africa, Palestine, and beyond. Angela Davis made activism intellectual and scholarship practical. Angela Davis is the kind of person who makes you want to stand up straighter, read more books, and maybe even join a protest or two. A scholar, activist, philosopher, and icon of the civil rights movement, Davis has spent her life fighting for justice, equality, and freedom.